Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for today, Monday, January 28, 2019.
Commissioner Garcia, Cabello, James, and Davis are present. President James, you do have a quorum. May we start with Bureau introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Engineering.
Patrick Schmidt, Bureau of Engineering.
Wing Tam with Alley Sanitation.
Chantal Sapin, Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Pamela Ostrander, Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Brett McReynolds, Bureau of Contract Administration.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. President James, we do not have any speaker cards under general public comment. We also do not have any commentary under the Neighborhood Council comment section. No speaker cards on any of the items for today's agenda as well.
Okay, then we'll close general public comment as well as the Neighborhood Council category of commentary. Agenda item number 1 is a task for solicitation for Rancho Cienega Celeste King III Pool Demolition Project, Council District 10, recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to issue the task to AECOM Technical Services Incorporated from the pre-qualified on-call environmental documentation services consultants list. That's a long title. To provide environmental documentation services for the project as stated in TOS number EMGD 045 with a budget authority of $178,329, which includes contingency. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Shukufe Marashi, and I'm an environmental supervisor as Bureau of Engineering. The city is preparing a focused environmental impact report to optimize construction of Rancho Cienega Sport Complex and the pool demolition project. The reason for this EIR that we're preparing is that we're demolishing the pool, and the pool is considered a historical significant resource. The EIR for the pool demolition must be completed quickly as possible. Therefore, the notice to proceed was issued in April of 2018 in the amount of $94,397 per city engineer authority, so that the EIR team could immediately begin the technical studies as well as the preparation of notice of preparation and the initial study of the EIR. Now today, the report before you is to request authorizing the full task amount of $178,329 to complete this task. Since the task exceeds $100,000 in cost, it will be subject to the MIBI-WIBI subcontractor outreach program requirements. During the negotiation phase, the consultant conducted an initial outreach effort for contract terms to improve the participation levels. And based on their pledging effort for this task, the anticipated participation level for WIBI is 2%, for MIBI about 5.7%. And York Engineering, which is a new WIBI subconsultant, was identified and added to the task.
Thank you. Any questions regarding the selection of AECOM for this TOS? One moment. Okay, I couldn't remember if there were 3, but there were 3 that submitted. Thank you. I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 1, seconded by everybody. So that'll be the order on agenda item number 1. Any issue sending number 1 forthwith? We'll send number 1 forthwith. Thank you.
Thank you.
The second engineering item we have this morning, Council District 14, task for solicitation number 271. This is on the 6th Street Viaduct Replacement Project, recommending that the board authorize the city engineer to issue the task to SOMAS from the pre-qualified on-call bridge and civil engineering and other design and support services consultants list. Excuse me. To provide bridge construction expert services for the project as stated in TOS number 271 with a budget authority of $599,832, just shy of $600,000. Good morning, and we heard a bit about this actually on Friday during the oral report, but
Correct.
It's on the agenda this morning. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Natalie Moore from Bureau of Engineering, 6th Street Viaduct Division. The report before you is to award task order solicitation 27I to SOMAS from the Bridge Improvement Program pre-qualified on-call consultant list to provide bridge expert construction support services to our project team to augment. The 6th Street Viaduct project is being delivered through the construction manager general contractor delivery method. In that method, we engage a construction manager during the design phase to work with the designer to provide input on constructability, means and methods, scheduling, cost savings, and after that, they provide a guaranteed maximum price to construct the project. They then become the general contractor. With this construction delivery method, it is anticipated that change orders are typically low. However, that has not been the case for this project. We are currently facing 2 very large claims on the project, one for $25 million on the new viaduct package, which was heard by the Project Dispute Review Board, and we're working to resolve that with the contractor, and a second for $6 million with the drilling subcontractor for foundations, and there's another $2 million anticipated for that. So given the magnitude of these claims, along with ongoing other disputes and a projected 13-month delay, we were seeking to augment our current project team with bridge construction experts to help us manage and mitigate future claims on the project. For this task order solicitation, we were focusing on 3 specific roles from the consultant firm. The first is a full-time field engineer that will be on the project for an initial period of 6 months. We envision that this person will be our eyes and ears in the field and will report back to us on the contractor's progress, their inefficiencies, any rework that they do, and this information will be provided to our scheduler to help us review their schedule updates and help us analyze their time impact analysis for future time extensions. The second role is for an expert in contract law and construction law who will help our project team on an as-needed basis respond to correspondences, potential claims, dispute review board preparation. And then lastly, the third role is an expert in complex bridge design and construction. This role is envisioned to help us when we're stuck at a stalemate with the contractor over merit of issues, particularly involving the design and everything that occurred during the CMGC process early on. Since it is an on-call list, we have a DBE participation requirement of 6.01%. So we received 3 proposals from out of the 10 on-call firms. We conducted interviews with 2 of the firms, and we ultimately selected SOMAS for this task. And the award amount is $599,832. And if that concludes my report, if you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. A couple of questions. Is SOMAS billing us per task or hourly or a combination thereof?
It'll be a combination thereof. So the field engineer who will be full-time for initial 6-month period, they will be billed at a lump sum rate for those hours. The as-needed services will be billed based on the tasks that are issued and their hours for that.
Okay. Is there an anticipated period of time that this toss would exist? I mean, are we expecting to spend this in, I'm just throwing out an arbitrary period of time, in the first 6 months? Only because just knowing where this project is, the direction that it's been in lately, and somewhat familiar with what's been reported to us with the Dispute Review Board, I fully support these additional services. I'm just wondering how long this level of service is going to last us on this toss.
Correct. So right now this is projected for a 6-month period.
I just guessed. How about that? Yeah.
6 months. So that is due to the funding that we have right now. As more funding becomes available, we may return to extend the duration and increase the amount.
Okay, and I would just ask for just a personal briefing from your 6th Street Viaduct team at the 3-month stage regarding the legal expert portion that you described in connection with the work on the DRB issues.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I don't know that I want to have that, obviously, because of the legal element here at the Board of Public Works, but obviously if my colleagues want that briefing, they can ask for it themselves as well. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions on agenda item number 2? I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 2, seconded by Commissioner Garcia. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 2. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any issue sending number 2 forthwith? We'll send number 2 forthwith. While we're at the Bureau of Engineering, I see that we have a presentation this morning. Mr. Red and Mr. Cirillo both are here. I see that Ken was sitting in the first seat, so you're up, sir.
Good morning, Ken Red, Bureau of Engineering. I am honored to be here this morning just to celebrate with the team. I'm going to introduce Mike and turn it over to him to talk a little bit about this project, but we're here to celebrate receiving the second platinum certification under Envision for a project. And I just want to give you a little bit of background. Several years ago, the Bureau of Engineering started doing LEED design. That is for buildings, and it's leadership in energy and environmental design and sustainable design, and that's now become the standard within the city to do LEED certified projects for buildings. Envision is its counterpart and gives us a method to look at sustainable and design for infrastructure projects. And so we've started to do that. Mike's been the lead for us, and this is his second platinum project. And so I'm just here to be excited and celebrate that. It's part of our strategic plan as we move forward to continue to do sustainable and design and resilient design, and Envision is just one of the ways that we can measure our infrastructure projects. I've always used to joke with Deborah and said someday before I retire I wanted to design a LEED gold sewer. A little hard to do because it's all for buildings, but now we have an Envision rating that you can do that. So with that, I will turn it over to Mike to introduce the project and his team that he brought down here, and we can celebrate that.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Red. Mr. Cirillo, welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
Do you only come now for awards ceremonies? Okay, there you go. The last couple of times you've been here, that's been the case.
Yes, it has.
All right.
So let me have the team come on up and join me here in this celebration. You can. We're going to use that for our photos. Good morning, Mike Cirillo with the Bureau of Engineering, and very excited to have the team here to join me in celebrating this occasion. As Ken mentioned, this is our second Platinum Award for the wastewater program, and it's the fifth Envision Award for the Bureau of Engineering. And back in 2016, we decided to embrace Envision as a sustainability metric system for infrastructure. We knew we were doing a lot of great things with sustainability. We just had no way to quantify it until Envision came along. So when we embraced Envision, we started to actually get results like this and quantify our efforts, and it's very rewarding to see that what we've been doing and designing is really paying off to be sustainable. And LEED basically is for buildings, and Envision is for infrastructure, as Ken mentioned. And Envision has basically 5 broad categories. It looks at quality of life, leadership, resource allocation, natural world, and climate and risk. And it really goes beyond sustainability, and it's what's known as the triple bottom line. It looks at the social, environmental, and economical impacts of a project. So this project, the Terminal Island Advanced Water Purification Facility, it won a Platinum Award, and it's basically an expansion of Phase 1 at Terminal Island, and it provides up to 12 million gallons of reclaimed water, and it replaced some old antiquated processes with more state-of-the-art technologies. And this water is sent to LA County for seawater intrusion wells to keep the seawater from contaminating the freshwater aquifers. It's also sent to customers in the area to use for reclaimed water, and eventually will be sent to Machado Lake to replenish the lake. And essentially what it does is it mitigates the need to use potable water, and we can use reclaimed water where once we had to use potable water for these uses. This project also created significant jobs in Los Angeles through the PLA, and it also provides for public engagement because we offer tours for the facility so the public can come and see where their tax dollars have been invested. So we're passionate about sustainability, and we plan on continuing our efforts and hopefully win some future awards for Envision. And I'm very proud of the team here, and I'd like to mention a few of the outstanding stars here. Mara Levano did most of the work on this project, so I really want to thank her. Let me grab Savita back here too. Please come forward. Savita is our Chief Process Engineer, and she did a ton of work on this project too. So really this award goes to these guys. These guys really shined when it was necessary. And we have a very diverse team, as you can see. We're very proud of our accomplishments, and I want to thank you for allowing us to come here and present this award.
Great, thank you, Mr. Cirillo. We'll start with Commissioner Cabello.
Thank you, President James. I've only been on the board for about 2 months, so 2 Platinum Envision Awards in 2 months means you have to step it up for February. So
I was afraid of that.
I fully expect you to be here next month. Congratulations, this is amazing work, and I would love for you again to introduce the rest of your team.
Okay, let me do that. So Mara Luano and Savitza, I mentioned them. Ibrahim Hafiz, who is a sustainability advocate, has worked on the DGUP project for us. We have some new folks with us that have just come to ED as rotatees, but I wanted to bring them along for the experience. So we have Ashley Coakley here, Allison Wynn, and Juan Cardenas. And Chris Morton is also a new hire with the Bureau of Engineering. Nadir Shaw is a project manager, senior project manager for ED, and Amy So is a project manager for ED.
Fantastic. Thank you. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cabello. Commissioner Davis.
I wanted to echo my colleagues' compliments for what you have done, and I believe very strongly that every time you win an award, you really reflect the values of the Board of Public Works and the excellence that the city seeks to achieve. And I think that most of all, in your awards that you are making and competing against your colleagues really throughout the country, you really are drawing more people to Los Angeles. And so we're proud of you, and we hope you continue to keep bringing us more awards. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner Davis. Commissioner Garcia.
Thank you, President. Same sentiments as my colleagues, but I do want to add, can you guys build us a display case and we'll put all your awards there? We need that. So congratulations to all. Mara, it sounds like you were one of our leaders here, so congratulations on your leadership on this, and also Sefi.
Slavika.
Thank you to you too for the leadership that you had on this, and of course to you, sir. Mike, you've been great at this. You have such a great attitude and such a positive attitude that I know why you can lead such a great group like this and constantly bring awards. So congratulations to all of you. You have a great team, and I'm very proud to be part of this team.
Thank you. And let me also thank LA Sanitation and the Bureau of Contract Administration, our partners on this project. This was a design-build project, and it really gave us a chance to do some innovative things with some new technologies. And if it wasn't for the partnerships we have, we wouldn't have been successful on this project. So I'd also like to thank them.
Oh, thank you, Mike. We always appreciate hearing about the collaboration. I guess today, BOE, the E stands for excellence. I know, I thought that was clever too.
And the environment.
but seriously, you know, when I was listening to you talk about, well, not that I wasn't serious about that, but when I was listening to you talk about what the project was and the work that it was done, you kind of, for lack of a better term, you checked all the boxes of a lot of the priorities of this mayoral administration. You know, with sustainability and again, an excellent project and technology and the future and a well-run city and collaboration and all those things, which this really features. So congratulations to you again. Thank you for coming back this month. We're not going to hold it necessarily against you if you're not back every month. But this is certainly speaks volumes about the great work that collectively you all are all doing in our Department of Public Works. So we thank you and keep up the good work. And I'm glad that you brought a couple of newer hires with you. I'm glad that I decided to do a couple of BOE items before we had the presentation.
Right.
So thank you, and for those of you that are new, welcome to the Board of Public Works. Mr. Cirillo, good to see you, sir. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
We can do
Can we do a quick photo?
Yeah. With, is this mine?
That is yours.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to do a photo with this because it photographs better.
What?
This photographs better. We'll do the photo with this one, but you can keep that one.
Well, I'm going to hold it then.
Well, you're going to hold this one.
Oh, okay. Well, they can hold that. We'll do both.
Oh, you can hold both?
Yeah,
sure.
Come on up.
Sure, hold both.
Yeah. Oh, you can't read it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I brought this because it'll photograph much
All right.
better. But bring it if you want. And
always a perfectionist. Okay. Yeah, come on over.
Okay. Let me grab that box.
And then we'll just 1 minute recess. We'll be back on our agenda. I'll leave it out. engineer stuff. Welcome back, everyone. Continuing on our agenda, is there a second to my motion that we approve the meeting minutes from the meeting of Monday, January 14th, 2019 by Commissioner Cabello? Any objection? Without objection, we will approve those meeting minutes. Agenda item number 3, sanitation's task order solicitation number A3-18-01, Los Angeles Wastewater Control System Replacement Project, recommending that the board authorize the Bureau of Sanitation, the Director of Sanitation, or his designee, to issue a notice of award to CH2M Hill Engineers Incorporated for program management services for the implementation and construction of the Los Angeles Wastewater Control System Replacement Project, that's the LA WINS project, in response to TOS A3-18-01 for a period of 2 years. Mr. Alavi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Commissioners, Bureau Reps. My name is Sam Alavi from LSN WEST. So we are here to request approval to issue a notice to award to CH2M Hill for program management of LA WINS in response to TOS number A3-18-01 for the period of 2 years. LSN needs the support of a highly experienced and qualified consultants for assistance in procurement and delivery of remaining scope of the LA WINS, and to manage the LA WINS contract 119948 awarded to Honeywell on December 12, 2011. A little bit of background on the on-call contract. On November 16, 2015, Board of Public Works awarded 5-year contract with an option of 5-year extension with 9 qualified firms in 6 separate service areas, including automation projects and/or construction management services. The Board of Public Works signed the personal services contract with the 9 pre-qualified automation and technology consulting firm, and NTP was issued on April 18, 2016. So, to manage the program in 2008-2011, a personal service agreement was issued to CH2M Hill, contract number 11313-2 from ICSC's as needed on-call consultant contract to assist sanitation with the management of LA WINS contract with Honeywell. The contract, however, expired as of December 31st, 2018, at which point there is still some remaining work needed for various segments, for the 5 segments of the LA WINS projects that are not complete. So we had a task order solicitation on July 20th, 2018. LSN issued TOS A3-1801 to all 9 consulting firms on the pre-qualified list from ICST's qualified list. That's transmittal number 1. Subsequently, mandatory pre-proposal meeting was held on August 16, 2018, with only 1 consulting firm, the CH2M Hill, present. So on August 8, 29, 2018, LSN received the only proposal from CH2M Hill. WST staff reviewed and rated the proposal for responsiveness using the criteria presented in the TOS. As a result, we are recommending the TOS to be awarded to CH2M Hill. Any questions?
So, I know that we have a not really a question, as much as an acknowledgement, and we've done this a couple of times when we haven't had a representative here necessarily, although I'm sure that they've been listening in from CH2M Hill. Today we have a representative here from CH2M Hill, just to acknowledge them on the the consistent good work that they've done in the business inclusion program. There's 18% MBE on this, but only because they're here today, I might just send a friendly challenge to them on the WBE number. There's a 4% on WBE here, and CH2M Hill, from at least anecdotally from what I recognize seeing, and Commissioner Davis would probably agree with me on this, they generally are at the kind of the top of the spectrum when it comes to achievement in the business inclusion program. So for that reason, I'm going to tell them that 4% might be a little low for what I'm used to seeing them have. And so it's really not a criticism at all. It's just really a statement in my confidence in the work that they're doing in this area that that number might be increased.
Right.
Thank you. Commissioner Davis?
Yeah, I wanted to comment that certainly we all agree, I hope, that CH2M Hill is one of our high performers on diversity, and I've certainly witnessed that. In terms of the women performance, it would be good if they could share with us what their experience in recruiting was in that end, and I'm sure they have maybe something to tell us about how we ended up with the 4% perhaps maybe as opposed to more, as you suggested, President. I'm sure there's a story behind their experience in recruiting, and I'd love to hear it.
Okay. And I would only mention as we move to that they also have a good, it's a starting number, but it's a good number because these numbers are really just starting to emerge in the DVBE category for disabled veterans. So we appreciate seeing that number as well, which in that category is a leading number. So go ahead, gentlemen.
Okay, you have Mr. Larry Wong from CHM Hill. He can do some explanation.
Thank you, commissioners. First of all, thank you for your kind words. CHM Hill always strive to provide the best service to all clients, including the City of Los Angeles. CHM Hill has a long history of engaging small and disadvantaged businesses. So this project for CHM Hill was started back in 2012. I was not familiar with the selection and the teaming process at the time, but I can assure you that CH2M Hill will do the best that we can to engage more women business, to bring the number up. We partner with a lot of minority, disadvantaged, and women business all over the city of Los Angeles. And our goal is to mentor them and to bring them up to technical capability and business capability on par with firms like CHM Hill, so that in the long term that they can be our long-term partners. That creates a win-win situation. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, sir. Only, again, just another statement explaining the reason that I engaged in the discussion this morning is because I know that if CH2M Hill does it, then others will follow. That's right. Because you've been a leader in this area before, and that's why I thought I would focus on the WBE number this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner, for,
Thank you.
For your kind word and for your encouragement and for recognizing CHM Hill as leader in this area.
Thank you. Anything further on the item? Then I'll make a motion that we adopt agenda item number 3, seconded by Commissioner Davis. Any objection? Without objection, we'll adopt agenda item number 3.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Any issue sending number 3 forthwith? We'll send number 3 forthwith. Agenda item number 4, an oral report. This is engineering, our super expedited wastewater emergency rehabilitation update. This is Sewers 5 and 6, Salim Garawi. Mr. Garawi, how are you this morning?
My name again is Salim Garawi with the Wastewater Conveyance Construction Division, and this is the quarterly report for Sewers 5 and Sewers 6 for the period ending December 31st, 2018. And if you have no preference, I will start with Sewers 5. So I'm going to write the report in verbatim from the front page of the report for both Sewers 5 and Sewers 6. Sewers 5, the contract term is 5 years. The contract award date is April 26, 2013. The contract start date is May 2nd, 2013. The contract expiration date is May 2nd, 2018. And I must add that the contract expiration date has been extended to March 31st, 2019. But based on the contract expiration date noted here, the time expended to date is 69 days. The percentage of time expended to date is 113.4%. The contractors awarded this contract are Matthew and Stewart Company, Incorporated, M&R Construction, Incorporated, Tomovich and Associates. M&R, however, on March 19, 2014, were terminated. The construction order amount, the construction orders issued are 939 projects. The construction orders completed are 938. The construction order amount is $21,869,526. The fully executed change order amount is $3,967,792 for a total of $25,837,318. The contract cost ceiling is $26 million. Project amount authorized to date by the Board of Public Works for over $100,000 is $1,855,587. By the city engineer for under $100,000 is $20,013,939. Fully executed change order amount is $3,967,792 for a total of $25,837,318. The contract cost ceiling remaining is $162,682. The percentage of amount expended to date is 99%. Completed projects are 938 projects for a total amount authorized of $21,469,618. Projects in construction is 1 for an amount authorized of $399,908. Projects transferred to Sewer 6 contract is 181 projects for a total of 1,120 projects and a total amount authorized of $21,869,526. And this wraps up the quarterly report for Sewers 5. Any questions?
I don't have any questions. Commissioner Davis?
What was the duration of Sewers 5 in terms of when we began the list for Sewers 5?
The original duration was 5 years.
Okay. All right.
And they all appear to be 5 years, at least these two, but
Correct.
we get some overlap when we start to run out of money.
That's correct.
Right. So now we're at 99% for 5. We're almost exclusively, we are exclusively now in Sewer 6.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, there's actually one project, as I noted here, that is still in construction. In fact, we haven't started construction because we're waiting for council approval on some issues, but there's only one project to be completed under Sewers 5.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Welcome. Moving over to Sewer 6 contract.
By the way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. So M&R dropped out of Sewers 5.
That is correct.
But they are in Sewer 6.
That is correct.
And things are going well with them.
Yes.
So we're now rotating between 3 and Sewer 6.
That is correct.
Great. Okay, go ahead, sir.
All right. Sewer 6, contract term is 5 years. The contract start date is November 3rd, 2017. The contract expiration date is November 2nd, 2022. The time expended to date is 423 days. Percentage of time expended to date is 23.2%. Contractors awarded this contract is Matthew and Stewart Company Incorporated, M&R Construction Incorporated, and Tomovich and Associates. The construction orders issued is 304. The construction orders completed is 237. The construction order amount is $7,969,028. The fully executed change order amount is $73,568 for a total of $8,042,596. The contract cost ceiling is $30 million. Project amount authorized to date by the Board of Public Works for over $100,000 is $555,377. By the city engineer for over $100,000 is $7,413,651. Fully executed change order amount is $73,568 for a total of $8,042,596. The contract cost ceiling remaining is $21,957,404. The percentage of amount expended to date is 27%. Projects completed is 237 for an amount authorized of $6,085,324. Project in construction are 67 for a total amount authorized of $1,883,704. Projects in design completed, projects with design completed is 83 projects and then projects in design are 21, and projects pending design are 239. Projects canceled or transferred are 15 for a total of 662 projects and a total amount authorized of $7,969,028. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garawi. There's nothing that we're 27% spent on 23% of our time, so that's pretty consistent. Maybe we're spending a little slower this time than in previous ones, but we always seem to spend, which I would expect, we spend a little faster than the time has elapsed in the contract, thus the overlap.
Well, that is true in the past previous contracts, but as far as the amount of money burned so far, I think we are on target for the number of projects we anticipated to issue monthly and annually. So far we seem to be on target, and with an anticipation that if we continue running at this rate, we should be running through the entire period without needing for additional funds.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you, sir. The oral report will be received.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Garawi, would you wait for 1 minute after the meeting's over?
Sure.
Thank you. Dr. Campos, have we cleared the desk?
Yes, you have.
Okay, then we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.